Ray J has officially lost it. And no, this isn't clickbait. This is the meltdown that broke the algorithm. The R&B smooth talker turned internet screamer went live, and what came out of his mouth had the internet clutching their pearls, grabbing popcorn, and refreshing the comments like it was pay-per-view. He didn't just go off, he exploded. 1 second he's crying, the next he's calling out Chrisean Rock, then suddenly Tasha K catches a stray so powerful it might have echoed through the YouTube servers. You could feel decades of frustration pour out like a soap opera written by Zeus Network. The man who once gave us one wish just gave us one meltdown. He swore he was done with drama, then dropped more tea than Lipton's entire factory. He talked about secret phone calls, private messages, backroom deals, and a setup that made fans scream, "Wait, what?" Viewers called it the most chaotic live in history. Even the Kardashians probably stopped contouring mid-stroke to watch. Because when Ray J cries on live, you know Hollywood's got skeletons shaking in their closets. Grab your seat. This wasn't just a rant. It was Ray J versus everybody, and no one walked out clean. It all began like one of those nights when Hollywood pretends it's peaceful. Chrisean Rock was posting cryptic stories again, Tasha K was dragging another celebrity through the mud, and the internet was minding its business, until Ray J hit the live button. Within minutes, the man who built a brand out of scandals turned his phone into a confessional booth, and every viewer became his unpaid therapist. At first, it looked like your usual Ray J rant, a little dramatic, a little emotional, but nothing out of the ordinary. Then he took a deep breath, leaned closer to the camera, and muttered, "I'm tired of y'all lying on my name." That's when everyone knew. This wasn't a performance. This was a digital detonation. The man who once bragged about selling scooty bikes and surviving love and hip-hop suddenly started naming names. He said Chrisean had been calling him for advice on how to handle media pressure, but then used his words against him. He claimed Tasha K twisted private conversations into tabloid-style headlines that made him look like the villain of someone else's soap opera. Fans in the comments went wild. One wrote, "Ray J acting like Maury just revealed he the father." Another said, "Somebody get this man a PR team and a hug." But Ray J wasn't laughing. His voice cracked as he said, "Y'all think this industry game is funny, but these people play with your mental health, your family, and your peace." Then came the bombshell. "I tried to help Chrisean. I told her, don't let them break you down, but she turned around and told folks I was clout chasing off her name." How? I've been famous since she was still figuring out who Blueface was. That line alone made the internet combust. Within seconds, screenshots of the live flooded every gossip page. Chrisean's fanbase started firing back, calling Ray J washed up and irrelevant. But the man who gave the world one wish wasn't wishing anymore. He was waging war. He turned his attention to Tasha K next. "You make a career off people's pain," he said, eyes red with exhaustion. "You don't report stories. You destroy lives. You ain't no journalist. You had demolition crew with Wi-Fi?" The comments exploded. Even Tasha's own followers started screen recording, knowing this clip was about to trend harder than a Super Bowl commercial. But here's the thing about Ray J. For all his chaos, there's always a twisted kind of truth under the madness. As he kept talking, you could hear a man who'd been burned too many times by the industry. He talked about betrayal from friends who leaked DMs, labels that ghosted him when he refused to play puppet, and bloggers who twisted every word into clickbait poison. "They love to make me the clown," he said, "because I smile through the pain. But don't forget, the clown's the only one who sees the whole circus." That line hit differently. The comment section fell silent for a moment, rare for an Instagram Live with thousands of people. It was as if everyone suddenly realized they weren't watching a meltdown, they were watching a breakdown. But Ray J being Ray J, the emotional vulnerability didn't last long. Within minutes, he flipped back into chaos mode. He started pacing, voice rising, calling out people by initials, hinting at recordings and receipts he could drop at any time. Viewers started spamming the chat with fire emojis. "Drop the files, Ray. Expose them. We ready?" But he refused. "Y'all not ready for that smoke," he said with a smirk that sent chills through the timeline. Then he said the unthinkable. "You think Chrisean the only one getting played? They got her on camera looking crazy on purpose? You think Tasha doing this for free? Somebody paying her to keep certain stories spinning?" Suddenly, this wasn't just gossip, this was conspiracy. And Ray J sounded like a man who knew too much. Fans immediately started connecting dots. Who was they? Was it a label? A network? A secret PR alliance built on chaos? Social media detectives went into overdrive. Old interviews resurfaced. Posts from months ago suddenly looked like clues. Someone even claimed Ray J had been hinting at this explosion for weeks through cryptic tweets about Hollywood puppets and digital handlers. Meanwhile, Chrisean wasn't staying quiet. She jumped on her story within minutes of Ray's live ending, writing, "Boy, don't play with me. You called me crying." That one post reignited the fire like gasoline on an open flame. Fans were choosing sides like it was WrestleMania. Team Ray said he was exposing manipulation. Team Chrisean said he was deflecting his own mess. And Tasha K? Oh, she loved it. The Queen of Chaos posted a laughing emoji with the caption, "They always fall apart when the truth starts trending." Translation, she wasn't backing down. She was doubling down. Meanwhile, Ray J kept posting cryptic captions on his page. "You can't gaslight a man who saved the receipts. I don't start fires. I just stop pretending it's cold." His followers were in full panic mode. Was he about to drop something huge? Screenshots? Audio? Names? But instead of more receipts, he posted a single black screen with the words, "Y'all not ready for part 2." And just like that, chaos became strategy. What most people missed in the noise was that Ray J's live wasn't just a meltdown, it was a calculated explosion. Because right after that, his new music teaser mysteriously appeared on streaming pages. The title? They lied first. Coincidence? Please. Ray J's been in the game too long for that. He knows how to turn scandal into streams. The man practically invented viral marketing before TikTok existed. Still, fans couldn't ignore the raw pain in his voice that night. Behind all the sarcasm, behind the slick comebacks, there was a man who sounded like he'd finally snapped under the pressure of always being the punchline. "They laugh when I cry," he said during the live. "They meme me when I try to be real. What y'all want me to do? Fake it till I break." That line went viral, mostly because it was too real for the internet to ignore. Memes popped up of Ray J wiping tears with dollar bills, but underneath the jokes, people started admitting that maybe, just maybe, he had a point. The industry does chew up its own. The media does twist pain into content, and social media does make entertainers bleed for engagement. By morning, clips of the live had hit every platform. YouTube commentary channels were fighting over who'd upload first. TikTok users reenacted the breakdown with dramatic music. Even mainstream outlets like The Shade Room and Hollywood Unlocked were spinning the story like wildfire. Headlines read, "Ray J versus the internet, breakdown or breakthrough." Ray J didn't comment further that day, which only fueled the storm. Silence in the middle of chaos always hits harder than words. Fans were refreshing his feed every 5 minutes, waiting for the next bomb. But nothing came, just echoes of that live. That teary, furious, unfiltered confessional that cracked open another layer of Hollywood hypocrisy. Everyone wanted to know one thing. What triggered him? Was it betrayal? A setup? Guilt? Or was Ray J just the latest celebrity to drown under the weight of their own reputation? Whatever it was, the damage was done. Chrisean was trending, Tasha K was monetizing the madness, and Ray J, the man who once bragged he can't be canceled, was now trending under the tag, "Pray for Ray." The circus had begun, and Ray J had just handed everyone front row tickets. The real question now wasn't whether Ray J had lost control, it was who was going to lose next. By the next morning, the internet looked like a digital war zone. Every gossip page, every trending hashtag, every podcast clip was screaming one thing: Ray J done snapped. Overnight, his live went from meltdown to media circus. Memes were everywhere. Someone edited his crying face over a church choir. Another looped his quote, "I'm tired of being the bad guy," over a remix of One Wish. But underneath the chaos, people started realizing Ray J wasn't just venting. He was calling people out with surgical precision. Because when Ray J spirals, he doesn't miss. He name drops, he shade slides, and he exposes like it's therapy. The man doesn't need a therapist, he's got Instagram Live. Within hours, Chrisean Rock hit back. Not with calm or logic, but with a firestorm. She went live herself, blasting Ray J like she'd been waiting for this moment. "Ray, you too old to be crying online?" she snapped. "Ain't nobody using you for clout. You been messy since Kim K days." Boom. That one line cracked open old wounds that Ray J spent years trying to bury. Suddenly, the Kardashians were trending again and the internet screamed, "We back in 2007!" Tasha K, never one to miss a chance to monetize mayhem, jumped into the ring too. She dropped a YouTube video titled "Ray J's Delusional Meltdown, Chrisean Didn't Lie." It had a thumbnail of Ray J mid-cry and a caption in bold red letters, "The tea he couldn't handle." Within 2 hours, it hit 500,000 views. You could practically hear the ad revenue printing, and that's when Ray J snapped again. He went live again, this time with an energy that could power an entire Zeus Network season. "Y'all got me twisted," he yelled. "I ain't the crazy one, I'm the real one. These people been playing y'all." He pointed directly at the camera, veins popping, voice cracking. Chrisean called me crying, saying Blueface left her, saying she ain't know who to trust. I told her, "You gotta move smart." Next thing I know, she's telling people I'm trying to manage her career. Girl, what career? You fighting everybody but your demons? That line broke the internet again. Fans flooded the comments with laughing emojis, shocked faces, and side-eye reactions. Half of social media was screaming, "He's wrong for that," while the other half said, "He didn't lie though." But Ray J wasn't done. He turned his sights back on Tasha K and said, "You make money off people's tears. You call it journalism, I call it soul-snatching for profit." The internet froze. Even die-hard Tasha fans had to admit, that bar was poetic. By now, thousands were tuned in live, watching the chaos unfold like a soap opera. And then Ray dropped the line that changed the tone completely. "Y'all think this is entertainment, but this is my real life. They play with me like I'm disposable, like my legacy don't mean nothing." For a moment, the chat slowed down. Even the trolls shut up. It was a glimpse of the man behind the meme, someone who's been ridiculed for so long that the world forgot he was human. But then, because this is Ray J, the sincerity lasted 5 seconds before the storm returned. "Chrisean's not the victim," he said sharply. "She's addicted to chaos. Every week, a new meltdown, a new fight, a new baby drama headline. It's not reality TV anymore. It's a survival show." And then, with a half smile, he added, "And Tasha K the commentator." Cue the explosion. Tasha K fired back immediately, on Twitter, on YouTube, everywhere. She claimed Ray J had been trying to insert himself into women's business for clout and that he's only relevant when he's crying. She even dropped a few alleged DMs where Ray J supposedly sent her. Exclusive info trying to expose another celebrity years ago. Whether they were real or not didn't matter. The internet believed her long enough for the story to go nuclear. Now, it wasn't just about Ray J, Chrisean, and Tasha K. It had snowballed into a full-blown influencer apocalypse. Everyone had an opinion. DJ Academics was laughing on Twitch. Funky Dinova called it embarrassing but iconic. Jason Lee tweeted, "Hollywood needs therapy." Even 50 Cent posted a meme of Ray J with the caption, "He crying again. Somebody changed his Wi-Fi password." But behind the jokes, the story had legs. Because Ray J wasn't lying about everything. There were receipts floating around, screenshots of messages between him and Chrisean, audio leaks of him and Tasha debating about Blueface's drama. It was messy, but it was real. And when mess meets evidence, the internet becomes judge, jury, and executioner. Fans started choosing sides again. Hashtags like Chunk Team Ray J and Chunk Team Chrisean flooded the timeline. People dug up old clips of Ray J defending Chrisean on podcasts, saying, "She just needs love, not judgment." Now, those same fans were calling him a hypocrite. Others said Chrisean weaponized sympathy. One fan tweeted, "Ray J tried to help, but she turned the spotlight into a flamethrower." By this point, even Blueface had entered the chat. He tweeted, "Everybody trying to save her, but can't save themselves." That tweet alone sent the internet into overdrive. Screenshots were circulating faster than Ray J's Wi-Fi signal during his meltdown. The narrative had officially gone off the rails. Ray J's sister Brandy even had to step in. She posted a subtle message on her Instagram story. "Sometimes silence is the best response." Fans immediately interpreted it as her telling her brother to chill. But Ray J wasn't chilling. He posted right after, "Love you, sis, but I ain't built for silence." And that's when it hit people. This wasn't just gossip anymore. This was a man unraveling publicly while trying to hold on to relevance, respect, and reputation in a world that only remembers your last viral moment. Still, even in his spiral, Ray J was strangely strategic. He pinned his live replay to his page, added hashtags like "Truth Hurts" and "They Playing Me," and hinted that he might release the full version on YouTube. Every second of his chaos was turning into engagement, likes, comments, reposts, and clout. Meanwhile, Chrisean capitalized too. She dropped a freestyle the next morning with the line, "They say Ray crying, but I'm the one fighting." Fans ate it up. Blogs turned the lyric into a headline, and within 24 hours, her clip had more streams than her last 3 songs combined. That's the power of scandal. Everybody profits except the piece. Tasha K continued milking the saga, promising part 2 of her exposé. She claimed she had exclusive emails, proving Ray J was begging her to cover him positively months ago. Whether it was true or not, the views skyrocketed. Because at the end of the day, the internet doesn't care who's right. It cares who's louder. As the dust settled that evening, Ray J posted a story of himself praying. No words, no sound, just him in a hoodie, eyes closed, looking exhausted. But 10 minutes later, he posted another video, smiling this time, saying, "I'm good, y'all. Just cleaning house." Translation, he wasn't done. That night, he dropped another cryptic bomb. "If y'all knew what I really knew about Hollywood, y'all would stop calling me crazy and start calling me honest." And with that, the theories multiplied. What did he mean? Was there a bigger secret behind all this? Or was it just Ray J being dramatic again? People started speculating that maybe Tasha and Chrisean had teamed up to embarrass him. Others thought Ray was using the drama to promote a tell-all documentary. A few even said he might be planning to launch his own gossip platform, the male version of Tasha K's empire. The irony would have been poetic, but as the world debated, one thing became clear. Ray J had hijacked the narrative again. Whether he meant to or not, his meltdown had turned into a masterclass in how to dominate headlines without dropping a single song. He wasn't just trending, he was everywhere, and even though everyone was laughing, deep down they knew. This was only the intermission, because when Ray J says, "I got more to say," that's not a threat, that's a trailer. By the third day, the internet had officially crowned Ray J the drama king of 2025. What started as a meltdown had mutated into a digital revolution. Every gossip show, podcast, and blog was running their own spin on it. Headlines read, "Ray J's Live Meltdown exposes Hollywood's fake friendships." Chrisean responds again, and Tasha K turns Ray J's breakdown into a masterclass in monetization. The chaos wasn't dying, it was thriving. Ray J had turned his breakdown into a cultural event. But underneath the memes and headlines, you could sense something shifting. Fans weren't just laughing anymore. They were starting to wonder if maybe, just maybe, Ray J was telling the truth. Because once the noise faded a bit, the puzzle pieces started connecting in ways nobody expected. Leaked screenshots showed that Ray J had, in fact, been in contact with both Chrisean and Tasha K weeks before the meltdown. Audio clips surfaced where you could hear Ray J trying to mediate a situation between Chrisean and Blueface, telling her to chill before the blogs eat it alive. Suddenly, the picture got murky. Maybe Ray J really was trying to help. That revelation flipped the internet again. People who called him washed started calling him the truth teller. But like every Hollywood redemption arc, it didn't last long. Because with every new clip, every leak came another layer of drama. Chrisean went live again, this time visibly furious. "He ain't no savior," she shouted. "He called me fake, but he fake crying for sympathy." Then she played an alleged voice memo of Ray J saying, "You gotta start playing their game, fake crazy, they'll love you more." The moment she hit play, the internet imploded. Was that real? Was it edited? No one cared. It sounded real, and in the court of public opinion, that's all that matters. Ray J responded within an hour. "You think you can out-expose me? I am the exposure!" He screamed into the camera. It was chaos wrapped in confidence. He accused Chrisean of twisting his words, hinted that Tasha K was orchestrating a clout triangle, and claimed the two women were secretly filming a collaboration interview about him. "They using me for promo," he shouted. "I'm the main character in a movie I didn't even agree to be in." The wild part? He wasn't wrong. Because just hours later, a clip dropped of Tasha K teasing an upcoming exclusive featuring Chrisean titled "The Ray J Files, The Truth They Don't Want Out." The trailer was pure chaos, dramatic music, blurry footage, and a voiceover saying, "The man who cried wolf," or "The man who cried truth." Tasha K was about to turn Ray J's pain into primetime entertainment. Ray J's fans went ballistic. They flooded Tasha's comments with fire emojis, warning her not to play with Brandy's brother. But Tasha K doesn't fear backlash. She feeds off it. She went live laughing, saying, "Ray J been chasing cameras since 2006. He should be thanking me for the promo." At this point, everyone was cashing in. Chrisean dropped a merch line that said, "I ain't crying, I'm trending." Tasha K launched new memberships promising behind-the-scenes tea. And Ray J. He uploaded a video titled, "My Side of the Story." The internet held its breath. It opened with Ray J sitting in a dimly lit studio. No theatrics, just him, raw, emotional, shaking his head like a man tired of the circus. "I'm not perfect," he said quietly, "but I'm not fake either. Every time I try to be honest, they twist it for clicks. I'm tired of y'all turning my pain into content." It was the most serious anyone had seen him in years. For 10 minutes, he talked about loyalty, betrayal, and the cost of fame. He said he still had love for Chrisean, but the internet turned her into a storyline instead of a person. He said he respected Tasha K's hustle, but called her the TMZ of destruction. And then came the quote that broke social media again. "Everybody got a camera, but nobody got a conscience." Within minutes, Ray J truth started trending. Even celebrities who usually stayed quiet about drama were posting reactions. Cardi B tweeted, "Ray spittin' facts this time." Tamar Braxton commented, "They really broke him." And the internet started rewriting the narrative. Ray J wasn't just a meme anymore. He was a man trying to reclaim his humanity in a world that profits off humiliation. But of course, the calm didn't last. Tasha K responded within hours, calling his video Oscar-worthy. She said, "Don't cry now, Ray. He was loving the attention when it came with sponsorships." Then she claimed to have part 2 of their private audio that would end all sympathy. Chrisean, meanwhile, doubled down on Twitter, writing, "Don't play victim after you poke the bear." That line instantly became a meme. Fans were split again, half defending Ray J as misunderstood, half calling him manipulative. The digital battlefield was hotter than ever. Through all of this, one thing was clear. Ray J had become the lightning rod for everything wrong and everything addictive about modern fame. He was both the villain and the victim, the clickbait and the cautionary tale. Still, Ray J didn't retreat. He leaned in. He started posting throwback clips of himself mentoring young artists, running businesses, showing his family. It was like he was trying to remind the world that behind the chaos, there's history, success, innovation, resilience. But every time he tried to clean his name, someone else dropped new dirt. And then the real twist hit. A leaked email thread between Tasha K's team and a streaming network surfaced online, suggesting her upcoming Chrisean interview was part of a drama docuseries pitch. The file name? Reputation Rehab. It confirmed what many suspected. This wasn't random beef. It was business. Suddenly, Ray J looked less like the meltdown and more like the target. Fans rallied around him again. Hashtags like "Apologize to Ray J" started trending. Blogs began changing tone, calling it a public manipulation campaign. Even those who once mocked him started realizing this man might have been right all along. Ray J seized the moment. He dropped one final post. "I forgive y'all. I just hope you learn who the real villains are." That sentence sent shockwaves. The same blogs that laughed at him were now quoting him. The same fans who mocked him were now defending him. It was the ultimate 100, the comeback nobody saw coming. In a matter of days, Ray J had flipped from meme to martyr. But the irony? He didn't win peace, he just won attention. Because in today's internet, that's the only currency that matters. Tasha K kept teasing new chapters. Chrisean went back to her chaotic routine, and the world moved on to the next trending disaster. But Ray J's breakdown became something bigger. A mirror reflecting how fast fame can turn pain into profit. At the end of the week, one fan summed it up best in a viral comment. Ray J didn't lose it. He just showed us how fake everyone else already was. And maybe that's the real truth in all this. Not who's right, not who's wrong, but how fast the internet forgets humanity when the algorithm smells drama. Because in the end, everyone got what they wanted. Views, clicks, clout. But Ray J, he walked away with something no one else had. The last word. And that in Hollywood is rarer than peace. And there you have it. Another week, another celebrity breakdown turned blockbuster. Ray J didn't just lose it on live. He gave the internet a masterclass in how to turn chaos into content. Chrisean got streams, Tasha got clicks, and the rest of us got front row seats to the most unpredictable reality show ever, the internet. But before this madness fades into the next trending disaster, let's make something clear. This right here is Scandal Spark, where we don't just sip the tea. We boil it, season it, and serve it piping hot. Because in a world where clout is currency, we're the bank that never closes. So smash that like button like Ray J, smash the go live option at 3 a.m. Drop a comment with whose side you're on. Team Ray J, Team Chrisean, or Team Everyone Needs Therapy. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button before Tasha K sues somebody again. Because next week, it's only getting wilder. New beefs, new leaks, and new meltdowns that'll make this look like a warm-up episode. Around here, scandals don't end. They evolve. Stay tuned, stay messy, and remember, in the land of Hollywood secrets, the truth doesn't whisper, it screams. This has been Scandal Spark, where the lies are loud, the receipts are louder, and we never log off before the breakdown. Now go hit replay before this video mysteriously disappears.